Ignite before the speaker settle. No waiting, no easing into the pressure. Every breath arrives already carrying the thought into the anti-verse. Moves like a chain reaction that refuses to slow down. I don't build my pace around comfort, because comfort has never built anything worth remembering. Every decision gets pushed through another filter, every instinct sharpened through another test. Every move made with the expectation that the next challenge will demand even more than the last. People spend years protecting what they've already achieved, while the future quietly walks past them. I refuse to become a caretaker of old victories. If something proved itself yesterday, today gets questioned all over again. Nothing earns permanent trust. Every happy face is another inspection. Every routine has to justify its place. Every shortcut gets exposed before it convinces itself it's sufficient. That's how momentum stays alive, instead of becoming another story people tell about the past. Every phrase bends into unexpected territory, hidden rhymes stitched deep beneath the movement instead of sitting on the surface. Every transition redirecting the energy before expectation can settle into a pattern. Nothing repeats because repetition without discovery slowly drains impact. Every section carries its own identity, forcing the verse to keep evolving instead of leaning on familiar ground. Pressure has no loyalty, it tests everyone exactly the same. The difference is how people answer it. Some free, some retreat, some negotiate with fear until fear starts making decisions for them. I made a different choice, strip away the noise, ignore the panic, lock on to the objective. Execute the next move with enough clarity that confusion never gets a chance to spread. Nothing valuable grows inside convenience. Convenience teaching people to defend limits they should be destroying. I'd rather rebuild everything than spend another season polishing something that's already reached its ceiling. Better methods replace old methods, better judgment replaces old assumptions, better execution replaces empty confidence. That's the only cycle worth repeating. The flow keeps folding into itself without losing momentum. Every breath launching another sequence, every sentence reinforcing the one behind it, until the entire structure feels compressed with purpose. No wasted language, no decorative aggression, no borrowed identity pretending to be original. Every line exists because it pushes the movement forward. Anything weaker disappears before the next draft. Recognition comes and goes with attention, but capability keeps working long after attention leaves. That's why I invest where nobody is looking. Another quiet correction, another difficult adjustment, another uncomfortable lesson accepted before pride is the chance to argue. Those invisible moments become visible outcomes, and by the time people notice the distance, it's already too late to pretend it happened overnight. Every obstacle hides another opportunity to sharpen awareness. Miss it in the same problem returns, wearing a different face, solve it properly, and it never owns another second of the future. That's why I don't fear difficult seasons. Age fools weak foundations before bigger expectations arrive. Better to discover the crack now than watch the whole structure collapse later. Every completed objective immediately becomes another responsibility. Every improvement raises the standard. Every stronger version creates another challenge, demanding even cleaner thinking than before. The climb never ends because the summit keeps moving, and that's exactly why I keep going. Standing still has never been an option. Final breath lands with the same intensity that opened the verse, because slowing down was never part of the design. One level disappears, another one rises. One limit falls, another one waits ahead. I don't protect yesterday from tomorrow. I let tomorrow destroy everything that no longer deserves to survive. Then build again with sharper focus, steadier discipline, and the certainty that evolution always outworks comfort. Yeah. Blast out a gate before the bass finishes, breathing no slow rise, no second thoughts. Every breath firing into the next, into the verse locks into one relentless current that refuses to fracture. I don't ask the moment for permission, because hesitation has never opened a single door worth walking through. Every move is made with intent, every decision sharpened before it's spoken. Every step forcing the path to its distance instead of waiting for one to appear. Everybody wants a shortcut until the shortcut collapses under real weight. I'd rather carry the load than carry excuses. Foundations matter more than appearances, discipline matters more than excitement, consistency matters more than one spectacular night. That's why I keep rebuilding everything from the inside out. If the structure is stronger today than yesterday, the noise outside doesn't matter. Let the room argue, let opinions drift. The work keeps moving either way. Every phrase attacks from an unfamiliar angle. Every internal rhyme hidden beneath the surface like reinforced beams, holding the pressure together. Every transition refusing to repeat the shape before it. Predictability is the first crack that spreads to ambition, so I replace pattern before they become habits, or replace habits before they become limitations. The objective isn't to sound comfortable, the objective is to keep evolving until comfort can't recognize the blueprint anymore. Pressure isn't something to escape, it's something to convert. Every obstacle carries raw material for another improvement. If the eyes stay open long enough to notice it, I don't waste energy. Ask why the road got steeper. I tighten my foot and lean into the climb and let the decline expose which parts still need work. Hard ground reveals weak balance faster than smooth pavement ever will. Nothing valuable survives without maintenance. Ignore the details, and the details eventually control the outcome. Ignore the edge and it quietly turns dull. Ignore discipline and routine starts replacing intention. That's why I inspect everything before the cracks become visible. Small corrections made early save enormous repairs later. And I'd rather invest in precision and spend years repairing preventable mistakes. The cadence keeps pressing forward without surrendering an inch of control. Every breath feeding another sequence, every sentence adding another layer of force, until the movement feels compressed with purpose instead of inflated by empty volume. No recycled ideas, no decorative confidence, no borrowed identity hiding behind louder delivery. Every line stands because it earned the weight it's carrying.
People confuse motion with progress all the time. Running in circles still burns energy. I don't measure effort by exhaustion, I measure it by direction. Every action has to move something, every adjustment has to remove friction. Every lesson has to become a permanent upgrade instead of a temporary emotion. Otherwise it's just activity pretending to be advancement.
Recognition is unpredictable, but preparation isn't. Crowds appear and disappear, trends rise and fall. None of that changes the value of another discipline that we're invested where nobody can see it. Invisible effort compounds quietly until visible results have no choice but to follow.
That's the return I trust, because it never depends on timing or applause.
Every finished chapter becomes another reason to raise the demand. Every stronger version reveals another wing is waiting further ahead. Every ceiling shattered exposes another one above it. I don't chase comfort after the climb, because comfort slows the heads that built everything in the first place. Stay alert, stay adaptable, stay willing to outgrow every myth that once felt unbeatable.
Final breath lands like another ignition instead of a conclusion. No pause to admire distance, no attachment to old milestones, no temptation to replay victories that already serve their purpose. Another horizon is already forming beyond this one. Another standard is already calling for cleaner execution, and I'm already moving toward it. Because standing still has never created anything worth remembering.
Midnight cool, I meet a vibration. Midnight cool, but I meet a vibration. Money gets loud when it smells temptation. She wants forever after one location. I want ownership, not celebration. Fin pluck dancing where the lights they faded. 808 rolling like the road got weighted. Short snare snapping, the pocket stays patient. Fast words, slow face, everything calculated. Midnight cool, but I meet a vibration. Money gets loud when it smells temptation. She wants forever after one location. I want ownership, not celebration. She loved the coupe with the blackout windows. I love the deal that nobody else knows. Fresh white tee under handmade wool clothes. Quiet success always travels in slow-mo. No loud logos covering the jacket. Real rich never really has to flash it. She asked why my smile looked expensive. I said peace costs more than a necklace. Old friends talking, new friends bidding. She likes the mystery, I like the business. Every new step got a higher limit. Every clean move got another witness. Midnight call, but I mean the vibration. Money gets loud when it smells temptation. She wants forever after one location. I want ownership, not celebration. Fin pluck dancing where the lights they faded. 808 rolling like the road got weighted. Short snare snapping, the pocket stays patient. Fast words, slow face, everything calculated. Band for band, but the gap keeps growing. They move fast, I prefer controlling. She said my heart looks half frozen. I said cold minds leave bigger moments. Dark glass roof with the skyline glowing. Whole street still when the truck keeps rolling. I don't post wins, I just keep showing. Quiet accounts with the numbers flowing. She wants diamonds fresh from the showroom. I want another key to another room. She wants memories filled with perfume. I want investments that forever bloom. Midnight cool, but I meet the vibration. Money gets loud when it smells temptation. She wants forever after one location. I want ownership, not celebration. Thin pluck dancing where the lights they faded. 808 rolling like the road got weighted. Short snare snapping, the pocket stays patient. Fast words, slow face, everything calculated.
Struck before the air can settle. No slow interest, no bar momentum, every breath And every breath launches another dart into the verse, runs like a current that never breaks apart.
I don't wait for the signal because signals are always late for the people that turn it and move. Every second gets converted in emotion, every decision gets sharpened before it leaves my mind. Every action carries enough purpose, more race hesitation before hesitation learns how to answer back. Oh, victories never earn permanent space. The moment someone starts feeling comfortable, it becomes another question instead of another trophy. Pull it apart, test every corner, replace every weak piece, build it stronger than before. That's the cycle, standing beside yesterday, pretending it's untouchable. Only guarantees tomorrow arrives, carrying someone else's progress instead. Every phrase twists through a fresh lane, hidden rhymes stitched deep into the framework. Every transition cutting away before expectation settles into the pattern. No repeated landings, no recycled blueprints, no familiar shapes disguises something new. Every section exists because it pushes the momentum in the territory the last one never reached. Comfort as perfect timing, it appears exactly when improvement starts paying off, whispering that the climb can't slow down now that another revision isn't necessary, that another hour won't change anything. That's the trap. One relaxed decision becomes another becomes routine quietly replaces hunger before.
Everyone notices the shift. I never leave the door open long enough for that voice to unpack. Pressure doesn't create panic, panic comes from preparation left unfinished. That's why I don't waste difficult moments complaining about them. I inspect them, find the weak connection, tighten the structure, remove unnecessary weight, walk back through the same challenge, carrying a better version than the one that entered. Every obstacle becomes another workshop instead of another excuse. The cadence keeps driving harder without spilling control. Every breath extending another sequence, every sentence reinforcing the one behind it until the entire movement feels welded together under constant tension. No empty statements, no decorative attitude, no oversized claims covering small execution. Every line earns its place through precision. Every word survives because it contributes force instead of noise. Recognition is temporary, standards on recognition changes with attention, standards remain long after attention disappears. That's why I protect the process instead of the spotlight. Another discipline repetition, another refined reaction, another unnecessary habit erased before it grows roots. Invisible upgrades eventually become visible dominance, and by then explanations aren't needed anymore. Every difficult season leaves something valuable behind if the lesson gets collected instead of ignored. Better judgment,
faster adaptation, cleaner focus, stronger patience. Those gains never disappear because they weren't borrowed from circumstances. They were built through repetition, strong enough to survive changing conditions without asking for easier roads.
Nothing worth keeping, stay sharp with a constant refinement. The blade doesn't stay dangerous because it existed yesterday. It stays dangerous because it meets the stone again and again without complaint. I treat every skill the same way.
Sharpen it, test it, sharpen it again. Refuse to let familiarity become weakness, stress and confidence.
Final breath lands with more intensity than the opening, because slowing down has never belonged inside the blueprint. Every completed challenge immediately creates another target. Every stronger version exposes another level waiting overhead, and every step forward removes another reason to ever look behind. Keep raising the standard, keep cutting away limits, keep moving until the distance between yesterday and tomorrow becomes too wide for old habits to ever cross.
Launch to the first strike. Before the speakers finish shaking, no countdown, no hesitation. Every breath fused into the next until the verse charges forward like a locked engine, refusing to stall. I don't borrow intensity from the moment because the moment is always changing. I carry enough discipline to create my own gravity, enough clarity to cut through confusion, and enough conviction to keep moving long after excitement has disappeared. The easiest trap to fall into is believing the last achievement deserves permanent respect. It doesn't every accomplishment becomes another inspection. The second it's finished, pull it apart, examine every weak point, strengthen every loose connection, replace anything that survived only because it wasn't challenged hard enough. Growth begins where attachment ends, and I refuse to become loyal to an older version of myself while a stronger one is still waiting to be built. Every phrase shifts into unfamiliar territory, hidden rhymes stitched beneath the movement like reinforced cables holding impossible weight. Every transition breaking expectation before expectation has time to settle. Nothing circles back to familiar lanes, nothing leans on yesterday's formula. Every section earns another heartbeat by forcing the momentum into place. It's the last one never reached. Comfort never announces itself with noise. It arrives dressed as reason, suggested one easier decision. One postpone correction, one harmless compromise. Those tiny choices collected to invisible limits before anyone notices. I cut them away immediately, raise the standard, tighten the process, remove unnecessary movement, repeat until precision becomes instinct instead of effort.
Pressure isn't an enemy, it's an examination. Weak preparation collapses beneath it. Strong preparation expands because of it. That's why difficult situations never convince me to slow down. They convince me to sharpen further. Every obstacle becomes another blueprint. Every setback becomes another upgrade. Every uncomfortable lesson becomes another layer of strength, impossible to imitate from the outside.
The cadence keeps driving without releasing tension. Every breath feeding another sequence. Every sentence locking into the next with relentless control. No decorative language, no recycled confidence, no exaggerated claims pretending to replace execution. Every word carries purpose, every line earns its position. Every transition exists to raise the intensity instead of repeating it. Recognition changes whenever attention changes direction. Capability keeps growing
fragile habits, demanding roles reveal reliable ones. I stopped searching for smoother conditions, because smoother conditions never taught stronger judgment. Better timing comes from experience, better decisions come from correction, better instincts come from reputation. Strong enough to survive every difficult season without surrendering momentum. Every completed objective immediately raises the price of the next one. Every stronger version exposes another weakness waiting to be removed. Every new level demands cleaner execution than the one before it. Standing still would only protect limitations that no longer deserve space. So I keep rebuilding before comfort even realizes another change has begun. Final breath lands with more force than the first, because slowing down has never belonged inside the blueprint. Another horizon already stands beyond this one. Another challenge already demands greater precision. Another version already expects more discipline than today can offer. That's exactly why I keep moving, replacing every old ceiling with open sky, until the only direction left is forward without compromise.
She felt the bass before she saw the entrance. I felt the deal before I read the sentence. Cold little loop with a rich intention. AOE slides like a smooth correction. She wants a taste of the life I'm renting. I want a stake in the room I'm entering. No piano, just a thin sound bending. Fast flow, calm with a low tone tempting. She felt the bass before she saw the entrance. I felt the deal before I read the sentence. Cold little loop with a rich intention. AOE slides like a smooth correction. Yeah. Short snare taps like a watch unmoving. Hi-hats rolling, the night keeps choosing. She likes the way that the truck keeps cruising. I like the way that the price keeps moving. You fit quiet but the cloth looks royal. She wants loyalty, I want soil. Landing my name, not a fate, look spoil. Love gets warm but the money stays loyal. Had one nail with a glass off finish. She took soft but her eyes got business. I don't fall quick, I protect my limits. If she wants me, she better know the difference. She felt the bass before she saw the entrance. I felt the deal before I read the sentence. Cold little loop with a rich intention. AOE slides like a smooth correction. She wants a taste of the life I'm renting. I want a stake in the room I'm entering. No piano, just a thin sound pending. Fast flow, calm with a low tone tempting. Bam for bam, but they count too slowly. My small moon makes the whole room know me. She said I act like the night can't hold me. I said pressure made the young boy holy. Black truck waits with the glass was shaded. She got dressed like the night upgraded. I got calls that can't be translated. One wrong deal and I separated. No fake glow, no rented fashion. No loud post with a weak reaction. I want wealth with a quiet passion. She wants love with a luxury caption. She felt her bass before she saw the entrance. I felt the deal before I read the sentence. Colo loop with a rich intention. 808 slides like a smooth correction.
Crash through the opener. Crash through the opening. Like the room just lost gravity. No countdown, no slow ignition. Every breath chained to the next until the entire verse moves like a runaway force that refuses to lose control. I don't wait for the perfect moment, because perfect moments disappear while people are still trying to recognize. Every second gets claimed before hesitation can touch it. Every decision made with enough conviction that the next move already exists before the last one lands. Old success has an expiration date, leave it untouched long enough and it quietly turns into another excuse to stop evolving. I refuse to preserve old versions of myself just because they once worked. Every motor begins with another inspection. Tear apart the routine, question every instinct, replace every weak habit before it learns how to disguise itself as confidence. Progress doesn't reward comfort, it rewards relentless correction. Each phrase cuts through the rhythm from a fresh direction. Hidden rhymes buried deep beneath the structure. Every transition shifting the momentum before expectation can settle. Nothing leans on familiar shapes, nothing repeats because it sounded good yesterday. Every section is to earn another heartbeat by becoming stronger, sharper, and more unpredictable than the one before it. Evolution isn't a bonus, it's the minimum requirement. Comfort never asks for everything at once. It bargains in tiny pieces, skip one improvement, delayed one decision, accept one lower standard. That's how sharp edges disappear without making a sound. I shut the door before the conversation even begins. Increase the demand, tighten the focus, remove wasted movement, repeat until discipline becomes louder than every excuse trying to compete for attention. Pressure doesn't hand out punishment, it hands out information. Weak foundation
shake firm, strong ones revealed another level they can still carry. That's why
I don't run from difficult situations. I use them like a blueprint. Find the flaw, strengthen the frame.
return, carry something heavier than before. Every challenge is another layer of experience that can't be copied, borrowed, or borrowed. The movement keeps tightening with every breath, every sentence, launching another sequence, every word chosen because it drives the verse forward instead of decorating empty space. No recycled confidence, no unnecessary aggression, no filler surviving out of habit. Every line stays because it pushes the momentum further than the last one ever reached. Recognition rises and falls with attention. Standards don't I invest where applause can't reach. Another early morning, another difficult adjustment, another uncomfortable truth accepted before pride can argue against it. Invisible work compounds until visible results become impossible to explain away.
That's the return I trust, because it never depends on trends, timing, or approval.
Easy conditions rarely reveal anything useful. Heavy expectations expose every weakness immediately. Better that means the next improvement is already pointing at itself. Refine the reaction, simplify the decision, remove another unnecessary layer. Keep rebuilding until adaptability becomes stronger than certainty, and preparation becomes faster than panic. Every completed goal immediately creates another responsibility. One level reached simply reveals another level, demanding greater precision. Standing still is never protected greatness, it only protects mediocrity. Wearing yesterday's achievements like borrowed armor. I'd rather outgrow every milestone than spend another season defending it. Final breath lands with even greater force than the first, because slowing down was never written into the blueprint. Another ceiling is already waiting to break, another standard is already climbing higher.
Another version is already demanding cleaner execution than this one can offer today. That's the only pursuit worth chasing. Constant refinement without compromise, relentless moving without attachment, and an endless climb that leaves yesterday too far behind to ever become the destination.
Hand to the first measure, like the silence of the silence measure. Leather to the first measure, like the silence never stood a chance. No slow ignition, no barred emotion. Every breath throwing another layer until the fine to the whole verse runs like a machine built to overload. Every second eight touches, I don't settle pace to make the road easier, because the road was never built to carry comfort. Every move sharpens another instinct, every decision trims another weakness. Every lesson gets turned into another weapon before doubt even learns where to stand. The work keeps rewarding people for looking ready, while quietly forgetting the ones who stay ready after the lights disappear. I don't chase moments designed for applause, I chase habits strong enough to survive empty rooms, back time and missed chances and heavier expectations. One disciplined hour always outweighs 100 loud promises, because promises disappear the second pressure starts asking difficult questions. Every phrase bends into another direction before prediction catches the shade. Hidden rhymes buried beneath the movement like reinforced beams supporting impossible weight. Every transition opening another lane before the last one finishes echoing. Nothing circles back, nothing leans on familiar formulas. Every section exists to outgrow the one before it, instead of standing decided pretending progress happening.
Comfort speaks softly, that's what makes it dangerous. It never demands surrender all at once. It asks for one easier choice, one skipped correction, one delayed improvement, until ambition slowly forgets what it sounded like.
Cut those conversations short, raise the workload, raise the discipline, raise the expectation. Anything worth building deserves more pressure than excuses can't survive.
Pressure has never arrived, carrying answers, it arrived carrying mirrors. Every difficult situation reflects the part still unfinished. The habit's still weak, the reaction's still too slow. Good.
That's useful information, tear the process apart, replace the weak link, tighten the structure, walk back into the same fight, stronger than the version that entered it the first time. The cadence keeps compressing tight to every breath, locking under the sequence in emotion. Every sentence refusing to release the tension, every word selected because it creates impact instead of feeling silence. No decorated aggression, no oversized claims to recycle movement, hiding behind louder delivery. Every line has to prove its value before it earns another second. People confuse activity with advancement, running harder doesn't matter if direction keeps drifting. Never move, everything's still in momentum, less noise, better focus, cleaner timing, faster execution, simplicity under pressure defeats complicated plans. A collapse the moment conditions stop cooperating.
Every difficult morning quietly deposits another advantage into the future. Another promise kept, another uncomfortable decision accepted, another distraction ignored before it became a habit.
Those invisible deposits compound until the distance becomes impossible to explain with luck alone. Lock visits, preparation moves it permanently and starts rearranging the entire foundation.
Recognition changes with trends, capability survives trends. That's why I keep investing where attention rarely looks. Refine the instinct, improve the reaction, strengthen the process, repeat until excellence feels ordinary, and ordinary effort can't even recognize the standard anymore. The final stretch doesn't relax, it accelerates. Every completed objective immediately becomes becomes another responsibility. Every higher level reveals another ceiling waiting to be shattered. Every stronger version demands an even stronger one. Without ecology, no standing still, no protecting, no victories, no looking backward for reassurance. Keep driving forward until yesterday becomes too small to cast a shadow over what's coming next. Break every limit before the silence can react. No warm-up, no safe landing. Every breath tearing into another until the entire verse moves like an avalanche, refusing to lose speed. I don't slow down to fit expectations because expectations belong to spectators. My responsibility is execution sharper than yesterday, sooner than the last attempt, relentless enough that hesitation never finds a place to breathe. Every second carries purpose, every decision pushes the next one harder. Every move keeps the pressure climbing without asking whether anyone else can keep pace. Nobody hands out another level for free. Every inch gets paid for with discipline. Nobody applauds corrections, nobody notices and choices. Nobody remembers until the results become impossible to ignore. That's why I never decorate the process. Strip away the fantasy, keep the work, strip away the noise, keep the focus, strip away the comfort, keep the edge. Everything unnecessary gets cut before it has the chance to become another chain around my ankles. Every phrase bends into unfamiliar territory, hidden rhymes like beneath the surface like reinforced steel. Every transition breaking expectation before expectation finishes building itself. Nothing repeats simply because it worked once. Familiarity dulls impact, so I keep changing angles while the momentum keeps accelerating. Every section and is carrying a different rate force, and the next one to climb even higher instead of settling beside it. Comfort isn't loud enough to notice at first. They rise quietly, asking for one easier decision, one delayed improvement, one harmless compromise. That's how people lose years without realizing it. I reject the offer every time. Raise the workload, raise the standard, raise the expectation. I'd rather struggle towards something greater than relax inside something already finished. Pressure doesn't choose favorites, it exposes preparation. That's why I stop blaming circumstances. If something cracks, strengthen it. If something slows down, refine it. If something survives, challenge it again before satisfaction starts pretending the journey is complete. Growth has never rewarded people who stop asking difficult questions. The movement keeps tightening with every breath, every sentence handing in another surge to the next. Every word's elected because it pushes the verse forward when instead of filling empty space. No borrowed confidence, no decorative aggression, no recycled formulas hiding behind louder delivery. Every line earns its position through precision, intent, and constant evolution. I don't compare my path with trends because trends disappear faster than purpose. I compare today's decisions with tomorrow's demands, knowing tomorrow never lower the price. Stronger habits, better time, and faster adaptation, cleaner judgment. That's the currency that never loses value regardless of who's watching. Every setback becomes another inspection instead of another excuse. Where did the process weaken? Which decision added unnecessary weight? What habit overstayed its welcome? Find it, remove it, replace it, repeat until improvement becomes automatic and excuses become impossible to recognize inside the routine. Recognition phase capability compounds. That's why I keep investing where applause never reaches. Another disciplined hour, another refined approach, another uncomfortable correction accepted without ego. Those invisible moments quietly become visible strength, and by the time anyone notices the distance, it already belongs to the past. Final breath lands like another ignition instead of a conclusion. No celebration lasting long enough to lose momentum. No attachment to old milestones. Another climb is already waiting. Another challenge already demanding more than the last one, and that's exactly where I aim. Because standing still has never written history, but relentless progression keeps rewriting the definition of what's possible, one deliberate step at a time. Yeah. Rush beyond the first impact before the echo can settle. No slow climb, no borrowed energy. Every breath locking into another until the whole verse feels like one continuous surge with no room left for hesitation. I don't wait for the atmosphere to decide my pace, because the atmosphere changes with every passing second. My direction stays fixed, my focus gets sharper, my execution gets cleaner, and every decision pushes the next one forward before doubt even has a chance to introduce itself. Every sunrise resets the score, yesterday's effort already spent its value. Old highlights don't buy another opportunity, your confidence doesn't guarantee another result, and old routines don't deserve permanent loyalty. I inspect everything, every habit gets challenged, every instinct gets tested, every shortcut gets exposed before it quietly turns into another ceiling. If something still works, make it stronger. If it slows the climb, remove it without looking back. Each phrase bends to a different path, hidden rhymes fused beneath the movement instead of sitting on top of it. Every transition arriving from an angle that refuses to repeat the last one. Familiar patterns fade too quickly, so I keep reshaping the current while it's still moving. Nothing survives because it once sounded good. Every section earns another breath by proving it can carry more weight than the one before it. Comfort doesn't arrive, carrying chains that arrives, carrying pillows. It says there's time tomorrow, another chance next week, another reason to wait. That's the quiet trap that steals years without making a sound. I answer with action before excuses finish speaking. Tighten the schedule, increase the standard, eliminate waste and motion. Keep the engine running until hesitation forgets the road entirely. Pressure strips away
day illusion faster than success ever could. Easy days, I flaws beneath the flaws. Difficult days expose every weak connection immediately. Good, better to see the truth while there's still time to rebuild. Every mistake becomes another blueprint. Every setback, another inspection. Every hard lesson, another permanent upgrade built into the foundation before the next challenge appears.
The cadence keeps driving forward with controlled force. Every breath feeding another sequence. Every sentence stacking another layer of intensity without relying on empty volume.
No decorative confidence, no recycled attitude. No filler surviving because it sounds aggressive. Every line carries purpose. Every word earns its position. Every transition pushes the movement into another unexplored direction. Recognition belongs to the moment, capability belongs to the process. Moments disappear, process keeps paying dividends long after the noise fades away. That's why I invest where attention rarely looks. Another discipline, repetition, another precise correction, another uncomfortable adjustment accepted without hesitation. Those invisible investments become impossible to ignore once enough time compounds behind them. The strongest walls aren't built in a single day, they're reinforced one layer at a time until pressure can no longer find a weak point. I approach every skill the same way, refine the timing, strengthen the reaction, simplify the decision, remove unnecessary weight, repeat until instinct becomes more reliable than impulse, and preparation becomes stronger than panic.
Every completed objective immediately transforms into another starting point. One summit reveals another peak. One solved problem uncovers another challenge, demanding cleaner execution than before. Never mistake.
Progress, but permission to slow down progress only increases responsibility. The higher the level, the greater the expectation, and that's exactly where I wanna stand. Final breath lands without surrendering momentum, because momentum was never meant to stop here. Now the horizon is already forming beyond this one. Another standard is already climbing higher. Another version is already demanding more discipline than the current one can provide. That's the pursuit I protect, constantly refining, constantly rebuilding, constantly moving until yesterday becomes too distant to recognize the past still unfolding ahead.